Hey YouTube and mental health community at large. My name's Elle, and this is the beginning. I believe I am in the beginning phases of what is restoration, healing, and just true progress in my life. And to give a bit of a background about me, I'm 23, have experienced trauma in childhood and, traumatic experiences even in my young adulthood. And medically speaking, I do have PCOS, and that, if you know, it affects your mood, it affects your hormonal balance, it affects your eating, self-esteem, the whole works, right? And in Jesus' name, this is like the last of this in my family. This will never go on to hinder or harass my family members ever again, in Jesus' name. And I believe that, and I know that to be true, because right now I'm doing what I need to do in order to be better for myself, for my future kids, for my generations, whatever have you, right? So I went to my doctor today. This is my first visit to this physician, and I was a little skeptical at first because I'm like, I'm black, and my doctor is a white male. And so, I just have my preconceived notions. I'm like, okay, Lord help me when I go in here. But he was really thorough, very comprehensive, as our appointment, furthered. He just got to know a little bit more about me, what I've kind of been going through, and so on and so forth. And so based on, the depression and anxiety evaluation, learning a bit about my background and everything, we came to the conclusion that it's not strange. It's not, a weird idea to seek some form of medical intervention, especially based on the symptoms and, the experiences, thoughts, feelings, whatever that I've had. So you're looking at your newest Zoloft prescribee. And I guess that's why I'm starting this journey. I've been going to therapy for a year now, a year plus. And therapy has helped in ways, but therapy has also not helped in some ways. I'm actually looking for additional support and looking to see if I can get a more trauma-based or, trauma-intensive therapist in order to really get some hands-on work done. Because I'm 23 and I'm a beautiful woman, and I want to believe that, and I know that to be true. But I do also have some emotional things and mental and physiological hang-ups that I haven't been able to deal with from my childhood. And a lot of the times I feel like I'm still that kid who has that kid's, that my inner child's emotions and thoughts and feelings about things. And it's almost like I have to draw myself back to 2022 as a 23-year-old and say, okay, well, I know I'm not 10 years old anymore, but the feelings are still there. So I've struggled with my mental health for some time, and I think it's really impacted my relationship with myself. It's impacted my relationship with my family, with my friends, romantic relationships. I feel sorry that I dated so many people, trying to resolve issues that started literally back in the sandbox, and I'm grateful that I can correlate and make sense of these things. Like, oh yeah, had daddy issues from the time I was born. No wonder I dated guys who caused me problems and issues. And I'm thankful that I went through the hardest parts of my life already, because moving forward, it's nothing but up from here, honestly. And I really want to believe that, because for the past couple of weeks, months, even like since the start of June, I've just been under just these ridiculous crying spells, as in just uncontrollably crying, feeling like I'm always on the brink of tears, never really knowing why. Like, I'm grateful, I am thankful, like God has blessed me so much and has done so much in my life and is doing, God is greater than the box that I sometimes put him in because of my limitations. But nonetheless, God has been a bedrock. He has been my support. He's been, my friend, my help, my very present help in a time of need. And so I don't want to make this video to make it seem as though I'm not a person of faith, or that I'm not, grateful for where I am. And don't get me wrong, sometimes I do feel bad because there are people who literally can't walk or can't talk, or there's people actually going through real sicknesses and chronic health issues and so on and so forth. And so I don't want to take away from that. But in the same breath, I think we don't focus as a society. We kind of overlook what I like to call invisible illnesses. And PCOS is an invisible illness. Depression and anxiety can really eat away at your life as a person. And these things, we have mental health awareness, but people just think, oh, just get over it, whatever have you. And I used to be one of those people thinking, oh, well, depression is just whatever. But again, going through my childhood traumas, having PCOS, low self-esteem, abandonment issues, and then seeing the types of just experiencing the things that I've experienced based off of that trauma. And this is not to take away from the other beautiful moments in my life. There's good and bad things in life. But now I'm at a place where I want to grow from trauma. I really want to not just push it down and pretend to be okay and change my clothes and change the way that I look and think that it's okay, but actually do some real inner healing, inner work, like not being afraid to set boundaries and to say no and whatever have you. And so again, I'm not sure what milligram of Zoloft was prescribed. I know we're going to start with one pill per day for 1 week, and then up the dosage to two pills per day for 3 weeks, and then kind of check back in. I'm a little nervous. I honestly thought that I was going to be prescribed maybe like Prozac. I don't know what, I can't recall. I can't recall the official name for Prozac. But I'm excited to see what Zoloft, can do. Of course, changing up my lifestyle, diet, exercise, envisioning who I want to be, who I don't want to be, who I am, so on and so forth. Again, really going in there and doing that intensive trauma work, and really just healing, I see people, excuse me, I see people my age, I see people younger than me who seem like they all have it figured out, and it makes me feel like inadequate. I have felt inadequate for a little while now, and I know that I'm enough. I know that I'm amazing, I'm a wonderful person, but I think I'm just in the place now where I really want to own who I am, who I'm not. Forget the me that I've been pretending to be for so long, and just dropping the mask and really healing. So with that being said, I'm home now, but I'm going to go pick up my prescription later on. So maybe you guys will get a video for that, maybe not. I actually also have a therapy session scheduled for, I think, in like 40 minutes from now. So I'm going to talk to my therapist and see what she says. I feel like a traitor kind of, because I've been with my therapist for almost a year now, but I'm also looking for another therapist. I don't mind going to 2 therapists because there are different therapists for different things. Like, some therapists are good for everyday work, you know, they are good for, you know, talking every day, every couple of days, kind of checking in, you know, giving you some pointers and giving you some unbiased feedback based on what you're saying. But there's other therapists who really get in there, and I think it's called EMDR therapy, kind of like hypnosis but not hypnosis. There are people who do cognitive behavioral therapy. Like, there's just so many different types of therapies and therapists that can be implemented into our lives. So I'm going to really check in and hone in on myself and what it is that I want only, and not be worried about anybody else, you know? But with that being said, let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Do you think Zoloft is, you know, good? Is there other suggestions that you guys have in terms of self-esteem, really healing that inner girl and being more present? Like, you know, what are your experiences with Zoloft? I would love to like hear what you guys have to say. And just remember that we are definitely all in this together, no pun intended. But yeah, I will see you guys later, and what's the au revoir everyone, au revoir, right? Bye.